Want to understand your ultrasound system better? Then try our Aspire UCS top tips. Let's take a look at the focus control. Now, the word focus has a variety of meanings. Some examples are the centre of interest or activity, clearly defined, or sharp. These meanings also define the role of the focus control in ultrasound. The overall aim of the focus control is to produce a high resolution image of the region of interest. Remember now, the region of interest should be in the middle of your screen if the depth control has been adjusted correctly. The focal position on the screen is usually displayed as a small triangle or egg timer shape or an arrow on the depth scale at the side of the image screen display. The arrow or marker relates to the depth in the tissue at which the ultrasound beam has been focused or is at its narrowest. The function of the focus is to effectively narrow the beam width from side to side across the screen at a chosen depth, and this takes place using electronic beam steering. Having the scan lines closer together improves the resolution or ability to perceive detail in the direction across the screen, also known as lateral resolution. So let's have a look at this vessel here. Now, it's important to set your focus at the level of the area of interest, which we've got as this linear vessel running across the screen here. Now, if we move the focus down deeper into the body, can you see that the walls of that vessel start to become more fuzzy? They're not quite as sharp, but if we now move that focus up again, suddenly you could almost see the intimal layers of that artery because the scan lines have been compressed from side to side, giving us a much sharper, better resolution image. So it's important to always remember to set your focus at or just below the level of the region of interest. Now, it is also possible to increase the focal zone over a greater depth by using multiple focal zones, or on some machines, as this one, increasing the focal depth or area. And this can be useful if we're examining large static structures such as the liver or the spleen. Now, on some systems, you may find that the focus control is a dual functioning one, having an outer rim to increase or decrease the depth of focal point and an inner button to toggle between focal depth setting and the number of focal zones or focal depths required. Bear in mind, introducing more focal zones to create a deeper focal zone can have an impact on the frame rate on some machines, i.e. the number of frames or images that can be displayed per second. And this is because the more focal zones that are added, the longer it takes to build each particular frame with each particular focal zone. So the knock-on effect is a slower frame rate. If the frame rate drops to less than 15 frames per second, then there's going to be an impact on diagnostic quality, as there will be a perceivable time lag on your image, and technically the scanning is no longer real time. Now, this is really important when it comes to looking at fast moving structures such as heart valves. So remember, when it comes to the focus, always remember, set it at or just below the level of the region of interest, and you will need to move your focal zone on a relatively regular basis as you move from structure to structure during your scan. I hope you found that Aspire UCS top tip useful. Don't forget, we have lots more for you to check out on our YouTube channel. Now remember, if you want to become ultrasound empowered and turn your ultrasound service into an invaluable business asset, why not contact us by email at info@aspireucs.com or book a call via our website at www.aspireucs.com.